Welcome to the Knuckleheads of Liberty.
Apparently, Sotomayor is sort of ultra concerned about masking up in the court, and so she had some concerns, and I guess she says that she might have expressed these to the Chief Justice, and so for some reason or other, that message didn't work its way to all the other justices, I guess, and so one of the justices who thinks this is apparently a bit of nonsense is Gorsuch, apparently.
And
so
Gorsuch, yes.
Yeah, and so Gorsuch was not masking up, but he also hadn't been alerted about the issue either, that one of his other justices wanted him to mask up. So it was sort of an issue. And so the way NPR, though, reported it is that, and I don't have this is a story that's kind of sat in our bin for a while, so I can't quite remember the exact quote. But the issue was that they were saying that this was an issue of Gorsuch trying to disrespect Sotomayor, and he had never actually been told about it. And so one of the crazy things was that after this was, all of the justices had come out essentially that were involved and openly said that this was just a miscommunication issue, and that, this hadn't been relayed, and that, Sotomayor wasn't, bitter about Gorsuch at all. NPR refused to back off the story. So even though the justices were telling them, this is, you got the story wrong, they refused to back off of it. And that's kind of more the bigger scandal, that the media is going to sit there and tell their viewers what the truth is, despite what the actual critical sources are to the story.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, these are the sources, the main sources, right? It's not somebody who works for Sotomayor. Sotomayor herself is saying it. Gorsuch himself is saying it, and Chief Justice Roberts is literally saying it. That those are the sources, right? So it's kind of crazy. What do you guys think about this one?
Well, I think it's a national disgrace that NPR is funded by my tax dollars. Okay, that's what I think to start with. Okay, but on this particular story, you see, this is what NPR does all the time. Just because this story makes a conservative quote unquote looks bad, or a Republican quote unquote looks bad, or someone who was appointed by a Republican, Donald Trump in this particular case, and make all of them look bad, they have to stick with the story. Okay, but this is what our tax dollars are doing, and this is why we should stop funding NPR. Now, why do we need to be funding NPR in the first case? Why do taxpayers have to be funding them? We have so many, we spoke about this in the last show, we have so many sources of information right now. We don't need NPR with their government-funded propaganda to be filling our brains with nonsense, okay? And that's what this story was. It's utter garbage. That's what it really was. It was a simple miscommunication, and look at how they blew it up. And that's what our tax dollars are doing. We should stop funding these people.
Wow, I can't add to that. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree. What can I say? Other than, again, another source that I can't get reliable information from. Oh, I'm shocked. But, but again, about Leon's point about, okay, I'm not really shocked, but I don't want to pay for them either. I don't want to pay for them to give me disinformation.
Exactly.
Why? I mean, it's already, if I want to pay for disinformation, I'll just subscribe to CNN, but that's on my own recognizance. That's my own decision. That's not something where NPR gets to suck that money right out of my pocket before I even get it, through taxes.
CNN better than satire. That's what their pitch line is.
Thank you for listening to the Knuckleheads of Liberty podcast.